Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is night 2 of the FIBA AmeriCup 2021 Central American Pre-Qualifiers. As we introduce to you Team Costa Rica, Amaris Ripoll Santos, Dion Lynch, Westy, Alonso Sanchez Barrantes, Marco Antonio Chacon Alvarez, Daniel Enrique Sheden Solozano, K. Shomari Martinez Firno, David Enrique Sheden Solozano. And your starting 5, ladies and gentlemen: Isaac Andres Conejo Lobo, Carlos Gabriel Quesada Moya, Hefty Oliver Anderson Brown, Jorge or George Maloon Lefort Kirknesh, and Rohel Wilson Barnett. Ladies and gentlemen, your coaches for the night are Daniel Simmons and Eric Champion. Team El Salvador: Jose Vladimir Avila Cruz, Omar Sivori Correas Posadas, Mauricio Ernesto Lahoud Pacheco, Luis Eduardo Portal, Brian Osmaro Garcia Rivas, Marco Antonio Aguilar Lobos, Alvaro Javier Las Vega. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting 5 for Team El Salvador: Robert James Sandoval, Oscar Rivera Escalante, Alejandro Antonio Arias Serrano, Carlos Antonio Arias Serrano. Ladies and gentlemen, Julio Benjamin Mancia Arias. And your coaches: Jose Santana Cruz, assistant coach Juan Francisco Valle. This is the FIBA AmeriCup 2021 Central American Pre-Qualifiers inside the Belize Civic Center. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to be playing the Costa Rican national anthem. We ask everyone to stand. Thank you. ladies and gentlemen, the El Salvadorian national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, your referees for the night are Omar Bermudez, Nathaniel Saunders, and Grant Alexander. Today, this is the FIBA AmeriCup 2021 Central American Pre-Qualifiers inside the Belize Civic Center. And you're in for a treat tonight as we have El Salvador versus Costa Rica.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give you your starting five for Team Costa Rica. Make some noise for Isaac Andres Conejo, Carlos Gabriel Quesera Moya, Hefty Oliver Anderson Brown, George or Jorge Maloon Lefort Curtness, and Rohel Wilson Barnett. Your starting five for El Salvador is Robert James Sandoval, Oscar Rivera Escalante, Alejandro Antonio Arias Serrano, Carlos Antonio Arias Serrano, and Julio Benjamin Mancia Arias. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time inside the Belize Civic Center, and it's going to be an awesome night. Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, good night Belize, live from the Civic Center for day 2 of the COCABA Central American Pre-Qualifiers here in the old capital Belize City, the newly renovated Civic Center, where we're going to have the 110 ranking El Salvador versus the 84th ranking Costa Rica. As we're going to go ahead and give you guys again that starting lineups for both teams. We have our good friend, the boom man, Peter Lacey, alongside Malcolm Hyde.
It's a pleasant good night, Belize. Let's quickly get into the starting lineup. For El Salvador, we have the point guard, Robert James Sandoval, number 3. Number 6, Oscar Rivera Escalante, forward. Alejandro Antonio Arias Serrano, guard, number 11. Carlos Antonio Arias Serrano, power forward, number 12. And number 15, Julio Benjamin Mancia Arias. For Costa Rica, we have number 5, Isaac Andres Conejo Lobo. Number 10, Carlos Gabriel Quesada Moya. Number 15, Hefney Oliver Anderson Brown. Number 19, George Malcolm Letford Kirkenes. And number 20, Rohel Wilson Barnett.
Yes. So it's definitely a game 2 of this 3-day tournament right here. And we have Team Belize in the stands scouting out Costa Rica because, you know, it's a big game coming up tomorrow night and this preludes to that coming up on Sunday night.
Yes, pretty much talking about El Salvador, who is on the court. Last night they shot 33.9% from the field in terms of 2-point field goal percentage. They only shot 20.8% from behind the arc, and they did have a positive in shooting 70% in terms of free throws. For our home team Belize, they shot 43.2% from the field for 2-point field goals, 37.5 in 3-point field goal percentage, and 60% in free throws. So definitely they have their work cut out for them to improve. And of course, that begins in watching this high-powered Costa Rica team, who we expect should have the upper hand in this one here tonight.
Yeah, definitely ranked way higher than El Salvador when it comes to the FIBA rankings there. As you said earlier that, you know, El Salvador is at 110 and Costa Rica is all the way down in 84. So if these stats are any indication of what took place last night, I think El Salvador needs to, you know, limit the three-point opportunities, the three-point attempts, and try to get the ball down low like they did, that they were so successful with last night, and convert on those second chance opportunities that they create so many times.
I'm sure if you were to talk to Costa Rica, they would tell you that they themselves feel like, you know, that they as a country, you know, in terms of their past experience, success in basketball, that they feel that they are ranked higher or they are a higher team than 84 in the world.
Yeah, they should be higher.
So we have a Belize team that if we were to get enough reps in FIBA competition, we have top 25 talent, and I'm sure Costa Rica would say the same thing as well.
Yeah,
last night we saw the teams playing slowly out of the gates, and kind of the same thing we're witnessing here tonight, where the score is still low, but again, these guys are just trying to feel out the play, feel out each other, and just trying to get a rhythm for the game for themselves so they don't try to rush into anything. And here we have Sandoval, the guy who led the comeback last night against Belize, playing huge, and him just dishing and whipping. Salvador drives straight to the paint, but could not convert on that easy bucket there in the paint. And again, Costa Rica playing the ball, they know how to play, ranked so high above these other teams, are just doing what they do best.
Do you think that, well, we're talking about how nice the Civic is, you know, the AC nice and thing. Do you think that maybe this cool AC may contribute to the slow start of these guys on the court, you know, taking so long to get warm and loose on the court? Does the AC, can you attribute the AC to that at all?
It's definitely possible, but it's something that we are going to have to get accustomed to. You know, this is not Bird's Isle, and this is not the Zinc Fence Civic Center that we've been accustomed to
the hot box back in
the past, right? So definitely, you know, we have to get used to new life in this new Civic Center.
We have to get used to good things, man.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Basically.
Yeah, and Costa Rica stretching out that lead there, and Salvador quick to answer back. And there we have number 15 for Costa Rica. That was Brown, the captain of the team. The big man saying, hey, I could shoot the long shots too, so don't take your eye off me. Don't step too far back, because they say hand down, man down. All right. And there was a foul on the same Brown for Costa Rica, and El Salvador with their just first foul there against Costa Rica. So they will be inbounding the ball from the side and not yet in the penalty. And as we see these two teams, what do you guys think the Belizean players on the side are thinking, and as they see these teams play?
Well, it's like you were saying, it's a slow start right now. So you won't really get a feel for how these teams really play, or how Costa Rica really plays until they get their legs underneath them, until they get the jitters out, get warmed up in the second quarter and beyond. But early on, you know, they seem to have control over this game thus far.
But do you think that the Belizean men are trying to pick out who they're going to guard when that time comes?
Oh, most definitely. Like, oh, we got to guard him. We got to do this to him. They're trying to figure that out. That's what Team Belize is in the stance they're trying to do, trying to figure out what's going to be their game plan come Sunday night.
I really think Team Belize really doesn't need to overthink anything. They just need to play their game, and I feel that it begins with Charles Garcia. We were talking about the big man for Costa Rica coming out and taking that 15 to 17 foot jump shot outside. But Garcia, well, he had a slow start because he was starting to take those shots. So when he improved last night, it's because he started to ground and pound inside.
Yeah, take it down
and that
low.
is what you want to see. You want to establish dominance inside the paint. So I really feel for this pre-qualifier, Team Belize can go as far as Charles Garcia takes them, how tough he shows up tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And definitely he's going to have to show up against number 15 for Costa Rica.
Yeah, turnover there by Costa Rica, and Arias for El Salvador converts that bucket there, and he's going to go to the strike and shoot one free throw, sorry, for the El Salvador team. And yeah, he's just doing what he does best, slowly pounding.
That's what El Salvador needs to do. If you saw on that possession right there, they took a three-point shot and that missed way wide right. And they were able to get the second chance opportunity and convert close at the rim right there. That's what they need to do, get the ball down low and close to the basket and get those two-point conversions right there. The three-point arc has not been too kind to El Salvador this past weekend right here, over this weekend right here.
Yes, and we have number 11 there for El Salvador, Arias, shooting that free throw after the foul was committed, but he misses that by an inch. And now number 1, Santos for Costa Rica, gives the ball over there to number 5 for, that's Conejo, the rabbit guy. I guess he's going to be jumping all over the place tonight. Believe you me, with that name, he should be hopping here, there, and everywhere, all over El Salvador.
Definitely looking at the stats and playing back-to-back nights for El Salvador. You see Robert Sandoval, the point guard, he played 36.5 minutes last night.
Out of a possible
that
40.
Is a lot of time. And then you also look at Oscar Escalante, number 6. He played all 40 minutes. So playing back-to-back nights, we want to see if Costa Rica is going to be able to run El Salvador off this court due to fatigue. So that's definitely going to come into play. How fresh El Salvador is, can they withstand the onslaught that Costa Rica is going to bring for 40 full minutes?
Right. So there, Santos shot a big 3 for Costa Rica, and again going into the paint, Salas Sharon for Costa Rica went straight into the paint, and 2 and a 3, 5 points easily there for Costa Rica against the Salvador team. And Arias going into the paint strong, but Costa Rica's defense, is just too good.
Yeah.
And there we have Conejo again giving it, but an offensive foul was called against Conejo as he hopped right into the Salvador defense, and now Salvador takes possession, just trailing this game by 7 points.
Right away we see Costa Rica getting their rhythm already early on in the first quarter, early on in the game right here. It took Belize a while last night to get that rhythm, but we see Costa Rica with just a little over 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, already with 13 points in the game.
Yeah, and there the defense for Salvador was clearly outside of the restricted area, so that was a good call by the ref when he called that offensive foul against Costa Rica. And now the ball went out of bounds, and El Salvador will have a chance to inbound this ball with 4 minutes 34 seconds in the first quarter. And a good back pass there to Garcia in the paint, who is trying to bob and weave, as we say in Belize, but he couldn't make it. Conejo again hopping around. This is the ball there to
out of
Santos,
bounds.
but the ref called an out of bounds play. Good eyes there by the ref, as El Salvador saved by the line, I'd say, because that could have been another three-pointer made by Costa Rica.
Definitely looking at the speed of this Costa Rica team, both on offense and defense. So definitely our guys are going to have to be ready for a track meet come tomorrow night.
Yeah, so right away it would seem early on that Costa Rica is definitely the more athletic team and the better shooting team thus far.
In this game, I do feel that we can match athleticism But Coach Milton Palace is going to have to monitor the minutes of our guys. You have to realize that he has a bench as well. And he did a pretty good job in terms of substituting last night. And he's going to even have to trust even more of his bench, because El Salvador obviously has trust issues with their bench looking at these minutes in how they were distributed last night.
They depended a whole lot on Sandoval last night. And for the most part, he did deliver on both ends of the court.
Yeah, and there again, Sandoval giving that ball down in the paint.
Picked his pocket right there.
Yeah, he got, the ball was taken away by Soloranzo for Costa Rica. And now Costa Rica top of the key, trying to figure out where to go. Santos with the ball, backing down, trying to figure out what to do. He spins, dishes the ball back, out. And
boom!
There we have it.
So right away, we know this is a three-point shooting team. This team can shoot the rock.
Que será, será?
Yeah, that was Carlos Gabriel.
2 3-pointers for Quesada.
Yeah, for Quesada.
Que será, será?
What will be, will be. Belize needs to defend the three. Que será, será?
That's fluidic. That's fluidic. That's
so
fluidic.
Now what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go into the huddle there for El Salvador and see and hear what the coach has to say, see what he draws up for display on the timeout there for El Salvador.
Definitely when to shoot.
Hay que ser mucho más agresivo, poner el nivel defensivo como lo están poniendo ahí. Duro, contacto, contacto, contacto. A partir de ahí defender los pequeños bloqueos. El ataque no me puedo olvidar. Es el primer sistema que hace te equivoca. Mandarlo mi sistema y respetarlo, buscar la mejor opción. Si nos pitan 10, bloqueo directo y atacamos. En defensa cambiar los bloqueos. ¡Vamos!
Yes, the three-point shooting prowess of Costa Rica is going to force El Salvador to have to come outside and defend the perimeter. And then we want to see, you know, the vision of Costa Rica, if they are going to be able to recognize that they're defending the perimeter and then pass inside to get some easy buckets inside. So we definitely want to see the adjustments that Costa Rica is going to make.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a very tough night for El Salvador, having limited jump shooting ability and not able to convert on their second chance opportunities down low a whole lot. And you have Costa Rica just making them work hard on the defensive end, trying to defend the three-point line, defending inside, outside. And already it's a 10-point lead for Costa Rica.
And definitely we look at stats, and of course Costa Rica was looking at stats. And when you're shooting 20% from the field, Costa Rica is not going to respect the outside game. So El Salvador is going to have to show them that, you know, that they can in fact shoot that three, or they're just going to put defenders and wait for them to penetrate, and it's going to be easy defense for Costa Rica.
But what if they just can't shoot the three then? What if they just don't have that ability? What do they do then? It's like, well, it's not looking good.
It's going to be easy pickings for Costa Rica.
So that's what they're doing right now. They're just picking them apart early on in the game right here.
Yeah, that was a backcourt violation by Costa Rica. And if you guys didn't notice, this game is already expanding.
Yeah.
Costa Rica led by 10 points a minute ago before Sandoval went to the strike and made a couple free throws. But the game is just stretching away. If El Salvador don't do something drastically and fast, they would be down for the count before the half is out. But we saw El Salvador come back from a 10-point deficit last night against Belize. So you guys think it's going to be doable tonight against Costa Rica?
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. You can always make adjustments on the fly. And this is what El Salvador needs to do. They need to force turnovers and get easy transition opportunities like what they got right there. But I think that was a charging foul.
That is excellent transition defense for Costa Rica, being able to get back. And of course, there are players, you see number 20 putting his body on the line for his team, Rohel Wilson Barnett.
Yeah, but definitely I think El Salvador needs to play that high press right there like they're doing right now and try to force turnovers and try to get some easy transition baskets, because the jump shot is not falling for them.
Yeah, but if we notice something that Costa Rica is doing time and time again, they drive into the paint and dish the ball right back out as Santos there tries to make that tough two-pointer, but couldn't convert on that point. So there we have number 12, El Salvador goes start to the strike, Arias.
I think this is how El Salvador needs to play. They need to play fast and try to catch Costa Rica sleeping a little bit. Don't let them get a chance to set their defense up, try to run the ball real quick before they set up, and that's what they're doing right now. And you know, they have a chance to convert to the free throw line right now.
Also, what I saw on that sequence with Costa Rica is that they are in three-point shooting mode. When El Salvador, you know, brought up, you know, you start pressing them on the perimeter, they didn't show that adjustment, that they have that ability to try and go inside. They're just looking for that three-point shot, you know. And when you're just a three-point shooting team, it's easy eventually to shut you down.
It's easier to defend if that's all they're going to do. You got to mix it up. You got to mix it up.
And you're seeing they're just swinging it around.
And this is smothering defense right now by El Salvador. Definitely, you see some adjustments that the coach instructed to his team, and they're showing it right now on the court.
Definitely a three-point shooting team like a San Pedro Tiger Sharks would be salivating at some of these Costa Rican prospects. I know Rico Black probably is watching at home and see who he can reel in from either one of these teams.
Yeah, and there we have another timeout called by Costa Rica, I believe, as they were about to go to the strike. And now we're going to go to the Costa Rican bench to see what the Costa Rican coach has to say to his teammates as they call this one.
Porque sigamos arriba. ¿Ah? Vea, estamos en swing, viejo. Swing, entonces tener la bola aquí, Joel. Si usted no recibe más intercambio, quiero 8 más 1 nada más. ¿Por qué nos estamos parando? ¿Por qué estamos parados? Vamos, Chris. Chris, all right. Julio, usted es el primero que está aquí, Dani, estás aquí. Aquí está Julio. Biggie, estás aquí, huevón. No aquí abajo, aquí. Gente, vienes, pasar la bola, Joel está aquí, Joel, right there. Go, screen, go. Y ahora están empujando hacia arriba, vamos. Vamos. Hey.
All right, we saw that Costa Rican coach trying to talk his team back because they were stuck for a minute ago, cannot move from 18.
Yeah, they're definitely in a drought right now, and they need to get some points back on the board, or else El Salvador is going to get right back into this game.
Yeah, we noticed the coach trying to tell them, let's stop shooting outside. Yeah, go into the paint, as we saw them trying to go into the paint. And I believe we're going to see a lot more of that because their guys are bigger naturally than if you compare the two guards there for Costa Rica and Salvador. You see the big difference in body size, and I believe they go into the paint as Santos shoots another three but couldn't make it. And El Salvador, a good team at both defensive rebound and offensive rebound, as Arias spins. Aguilar gets the ball back to Arias. Arias for the slippery guy.
El Salvador.
Sandoval.
Slippery Sandoval just oozing his way around the Costa Rican defense and made that three. And these guys are back in this game and not out for the count, as we saw them do the same thing last night against Belize.
Only down by 4 now. Only down by 4. El Salvador showing a lot of grit and heart early on in the game right here.
Costa Rica is showing that they are here for the three and nothing else. Belize needs to, you know, find a way how to lure them into just turn it into just being a three-point shooting team. Because I feel if you come out and try to defend the three, if you're Belize tomorrow, then you're going to see that adjustment and start trying to go inside from early on. You don't want them to try and establish any sort of inside paint. Interior offense.
But you also don't want them to get too hot from the outside as well. You don't want to get them to get too comfortable and have that that basket look like an ocean to them as they're throwing the ball up.
Yeah, they're number 12 for El Salvador. Tries to shoot that jumper but couldn't make it. Sanchez for El Salvador passes that ball there for Costa Rica. Sorry. And again,
well,
Costa
definitely
Rica.
it seems that the Costa Rican players have the green light like Steph Curry out here, because as they get one little sliver of daylight, it's going up. It's going up.
Yeah, but they can't make any three as yet. As a matter of fact, they can't make any points as yet, and it's been over 2 minutes since they've scored.
It's been a while.
Basket.
It's been a while since they've scored a basket, because they've been stuck at 18 for a while now.
We gotta congratulate the defense there for El Salvador, who noticed that they were down in a little hole and relied on their defense, where defense made offense, and now they're kind of back in this game. But
they are back in this game.
Sloppy foul there by El Salvador, which gives Costa Rica a chance to expand this lead with the shot clock not even moving, and now they're up by another point. They're number 14, Sharon So Lorenzo for Costa Rica making 1 of 2 free throw as he shoots the other one and he scores. He goes 2 for 2,
Good for 2.
which bumps that lead up to 6 points for Costa Rica with only 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
See there, El Salvador can settle for the final shot if they want to. Sandoval.
Pretty move. Pretty move.
Slippery Sandoval doing his game, his A plan, which is just to get around the defense and
Good
make them use the
closeout
basket.
defense here from El Salvador, and they end this quarter on a run.
Yeah.
16 to 20, El Salvador versus Costa Rica. We're going to be back, guys. See you after the break.
I know a lot of people think this is going to be on street.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
I'm an outdoor girl. And sometimes, I'm an indoor girl. Central TV and internet gives me peace of mind. And that's something I think we all could use a little more of. I need a service that can keep up with my busy lifestyle and is fast enough to keep me moving forward. My life is full of changes, but change is good. I might not know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm blessed to have what I have today. And that's exactly why I keep it central.
Yeah, 82 degrees outside, partly cloudy in the city. We're here in the Civic Center bringing you the second night of the COCABA Central American Pre-Qualifiers here in Belize City, where we have El Salvador facing off Costa Rica. 16 El Salvador, 20 for Costa Rica. And we saw Costa Rica taking that huge jump, but El Salvador relying on their defense brought the game back, and now they're only down by 4 points.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs. Costa Rica made a huge run, a pretty big run early on, going out to a 10-point lead, and
Boom! That is just good ball movement, but they are determined to shoot the three. And if you're a team playing against them, once you defend that three, you should be in good shape.
yeah, live by the tree, die by the tree.
And I told you, Conejo was going to be jumping all over the place. That rabbit guy did not stop moving until he got that three, that open three, actually. And he made that three look so easy. I think the defense is going to try to do something. Arias again for El Salvador trying to do that old school hook shot, but couldn't make it. Conejo again on the drive for Costa Rica. Finds number 10, the captain of the team. Couldn't make anything. Conejo back on the ball. Finds his captain. He shoots, but couldn't make it. That was que será, que será.
You need, if you're El Salvador, you need to stay committed to the perimeter. They are not swinging the ball or putting the ball inside any at all. So they to me, they need to go more with like a 1-3-1 zone, where or a 3-2 zone.
I think a 3-2 would be more effective against the type of offense that Costa Rica is playing right now.
The reason why I said 1-3-1, even though that's sort of a zone that they don't really use anymore, is to make sure that you have somebody inside the restricted area to make sure that nothing gets past them.
Right.
But as you see with the defense for Costa Rica on the flip side, El Salvador has no three-point shooting ability, so they just need to make sure that they don't get anything inside. So Costa Rica is being committed to their interior defense, and now El Salvador needs to be committed to the perimeter defense. Yeah. And you may see a nil-nil quarter, you know, from here on.
It's all about defense. Defense wins, right?
Yeah, but I have a huge concern when it comes to Sandoval. As we see him pressing high on the offense, he goes deep into the paint and tries to lay the ball up. Do you think this will affect him going down the stretch in the fourth quarter if they need him for a comeback?
Well, he seems to have the stamina to complete the game like that, because he played all of 36 minutes last night. And what he's doing is great, because he's getting into the paint, he's drawing fouls, and he's converting at the free throw line.
So for the first time, pretty much in these first, I would say, 11 minutes and 20 seconds, now we're seeing Costa Rica going inside. So it could be a game plan for them to try and draw you outside and then try to sneak.
That could be.
Later on when you're sleeping inside, then they're going to be looking for those passes. So let's see if that continues or if that just was a specific sequence.
Something like a boxer throwing that jab, letting you expect that jab, fake the jab, and come with the right cross.
There we have the captain Brown for Costa Rica making those free throws. And again, El Salvador trying to dig themselves out of the hole as Aguilar dishes the ball to slippery Sandoval. Sandoval finds Arias in the corner. Arias spins over two defense, but couldn't make that.
That was a difficult shot. That was a very difficult shot over two long defenders.
Right. Ripple for Costa Rica.
I think even though that El Salvador is shooting 20% in the last game against Belize, I still believe that they have to at least show the hand that they are willing to shoot the three to try and create some sort of space. El Salvador is too predictable. You know, that they don't have confidence.
They're driving every time. So you're right. They need to mix it up a little bit and keep the defense honest.
Yeah, maybe that could be a game plan, because they know that the Costa Rican guys are much bigger than them. So they believe if they go into the paint and you see
look who it is.
Sandoval
Look who it is.
Going one-on-one against
Surprise!
Yeah, Sandoval here, there, and everywhere. Every time you look around, you see Sandoval either defending. He has his hand in every jar here tonight, shooting, scoring, passing, stealing, everything that you could think of.
He's just a really good all-around basketball player. That's Mr. Sandoval right there for El Salvador.
He looks like a cross between Jason Williams and Kevin Siroki. I don't know. When I see Sandoval, I
like
think
that
about
comparison
Siroki.
right there.
You know, so definitely if Kevin Siroki is watching at home, we definitely miss, you know, one of the best point guards for Belize, and also one of the better coaches as well in the past for Team Belize.
Sandoval again tries to make that three-pointer, but couldn't make it. Ripoul.
And even though he missed, you know, at least show that you're
it's definitely going to be
the needle.
It's definitely going to be in the back of the minds of the Costa Rica defense that, you know, he is willing to take that shot. So they're going to have to play some defense on him when he pulls up for three. It was dead on target, just a bit short.
Yeah, Quesera gives the ball there to Conejo for Costa Rica, who has been kind of the point man for tonight. And they're back to Quesera, who pump fakes but didn't really do anything. Back to Conejo. Conejo spins in the paint. Costa Rica for the long two-pointer, but couldn't make it. Again, El Salvador defense is stopping Costa Rica from doing anything. Sandoval there to Arias. Arias lays the ball up, almost went down.
What do you think about that decision just now? He had a player in the corner all alone. No defender around him for like at least 10 feet, and he chose to go to a player that had coverage on him.
He's just showing that they don't have confidence in their perimeter shooting.
Again, Sandoval with the steal for El Salvador, driving against one, crosses over. Sandoval again, slipping, sliding. This is the ball here to Arias.
You gotta take the shot.
You gotta keep the defense honest, man. If they're giving you that shot, you gotta take that shot.
Aguilar for beautiful pass there to Mancia for El Salvador.
Tight rope in that baseline.
Who now brings the lead to only 3 points for Costa Rica. So now they're kind of in trouble, because if this Salvadorian team could make it over the hump before the half,
Yeah,
Costa Rica will be in trouble.
I know a lot of people were thinking that this was going to be a blowout or a rather convincing win for Costa Rica, but El Salvador said, no way, this is a dogfight right now thus far.
Definitely. Kirkness, number 19, saw that fall pretty well to the referee, and he was awarded for his efforts.
For his team.
Yes. There we have Conejo. Salvador defending properly. There to Quesera, number 15 for the long two-pointer, who has been earballing a lot of these balls tonight, but I believe the ref saw something other than a blow-by. So he called the foul there for the captain Brown for Costa Rica, who knew he was fouled. As we see the replay there as we see the foul coming up.
Yeah, definitely a bailout foul right there.
Yeah, I don't think he was touched, but the ref saw what they saw, so they call what they call.
Let's recap the line. Misses the
And I
first.
guess that's what you say when you say the ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. As he misses that first free throw there, the
Rashid
captain
Wallace,
Brown.
Man. Love me some Rashid Wallace.
Brown again for the second one, and he makes it.
1 for 2. 22-26 in favor of Costa Rica.
Yeah, I don't think Sandoval went to the bench as yet. Beautiful pass there for El Salvador.
Ball was definitely in the cylinder. Count it. 22.
Yeah, Brown went through the rim. His hands went through the rim to reject that ball. I think he didn't know that he was directly under the rim when he went up.
The rim says, Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm going to call goaltending on you, I swear.
Brown stepping up for the long two-pointer. Couldn't make it. Again, Sandoval with the rebound there for El Salvador. We have Arias. Arias dishes it back to Sandoval. Sandoval going into the paint. What a beautiful pass there.
Too much passing.
Too many passing. Take the shot. Take the shot, El Salvador.
And a wide open elbow jumper. That's a prime shot right there. And you know, he tried to force it down low and it just didn't work out.
No, I think that was a beautiful pass because he saw the defense coming towards him. And Arias was in the paint by himself, but Arias had slippery fingers.
He wasn't ready for that pass. He was looking at the rim and trying to get ready to grab the rebound.
El Salvador is definitely gun shy. They need to become gunslingers.
Yeah, they don't have that confidence in that jump shot as Costa Rica does. Costa Rica has a whole lot of confidence in their jump shot and not afraid to take it.
Yeah, as we saw Arias throwing his mouth guard off the court because he was frustrated by that foul that was called. He thought that he was playing excellent defense, but instead the ref called the foul and he got mad and threw the mouthpiece to the side to where his bench sat.
He definitely calls going the way of Costa Rica early on.
Yeah, the El Salvadorian defender may have had an argument there, as it seemed that he may have been hit in the mouth by the offensive player from Costa Rica.
Yeah, now we have Martinez for Costa Rica taking the free throw, and yeah, they've been doing okay from the free throw line tonight, Costa Rica. And again, Sandoval for El Salvador calming things down, which they're not down too bad, but if you're not up, you're not up. Slippery Sandoval to the paint, couldn't make it, got the offensive rebound, goes up against two defenders, still couldn't make it. Sandoval fighting, and he got
second chance opportunities is the mark card right there, the trademark.
Beautiful block there
El
by
Salvador.
Martinez for Costa Rica, and there was a
blocking foul.
Blocking foul there, and Martinez made a beautiful block there on number 15 for El Salvador.
El Salvador very, very scrappy tonight.
If no one is going to take the three-point shot for El Salvador, Sandoval has to take that three-point shot. You know, they were definitely, it's a one-possession game. You could have tied up the game, definitely give, you know, El Salvador brand new momentum, you know, resetting this game.
What they're doing is working thus far. You know, they're only down by 3, but they do need to mix it up from time to time just to keep the defense honest.
You know, the style of play of Sandoval is definitely, you know, energy consuming, and, you know, playing 36.5 minutes last night, and we'll definitely get to how many minutes he's playing here tonight as well.
I don't think we've seen him sit down for any part of the game thus far.
Yeah,
Hasn't taken a rest as yet.
Martinez trying to do too much there for Costa Rica, turn the ball over, but again, good defense by El Salvador, and the ball was stepped out by Martinez as the ref, so El Salvador keeps possession of the ball, and they're just down by 3 points, and 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of this ball game.
One possession lead. El Salvador can tie this game up.
Manica again, Mancia with another beautiful pass. And we have traveling, and even if that didn't go in, we would have a shot clock violation for El Salvador. And Costa Rica now up in the defense, which will help them to actually get some offense going because they've been stuck at 27 points for about a minute and a half now.
Yeah, that El Salvador can't be so hesitant down low. You know, you get the shot down low, you go up with it strong right away. If you wait too long, you might get a 3-second call on you in the paint, and then you also give the defense to collapse on you. They give them that chance to collapse on you, which happened that just then.
Right, Quesada giving the ball there to Shaden. Shaden back to Sanchez. Sanchez couldn't find anybody, so he threw that ball away. And here comes the slippery guy again, but beautiful defense there by Cornejo, who just hopped in front of Sandoval, which caused them to turn the ball over, but El Salvador will keep possession of the ball.
And basically, you know, Costa Rica understands now that, you know, it's Sandoval or a bust for this El Salvadorian team. And they're definitely, you know, sending traps now, giving him different looks.
Beautiful spin there by Sandoval. Dishes the ball out.
In and out.
They gotta make him. They gotta make him.
But you gotta shoot it. I like the idea that they're willing to shoot.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. How about that?
El Salvador with another opportunity to tie this game up. Definitely a drought for both teams, a mini drought.
Yeah, you were talking about a 0-0 stalemate with the defense that's been playing with both teams right now.
Because, you know, one only wants to shoot threes, the other one only wants to try to score inside. Very predictable, both teams.
Yeah, they don't have enough guys who could range out. And Sandoval with a beautiful pass there to Arias, who converts that easy layup there for El Salvador, who is now just down by 1 point, which didn't take long in this second quarter. El Salvador showing that defense can actually bring offense, as we're going to go to as we see this replay here before we go to the bench of El Salvador. Sandoval with a beautiful pass there to Arias.
And a beautiful finish as well.
Beautiful finish. Now we're going to go to the bench of El Salvador.
Por favor, aprovechen la transición. Atiende. Aprovechen la transición para que lleguen Carlos aquí. Si no hay opción, lo vamos. Pero aprovechemos que no es a este, no a este. Vamos, señores. Ahora resulta que los pibos vamos a jugar. ¿Quién va a ser el pibe? ¡Hostia!
Yeah, the coach for El Salvador visibly upset with his players right now. Kind of yelling at them like they were children or something just then.
Yeah, but definitely trying to fire his team up. You know, and I'm sure the coach is telling them that this game is in reach and we're not taking advantage of the ineptitude at this moment of Costa Rica. You know, both teams are definitely in a stalemate right now. And who is going to close out this first half strong definitely could probably be the victors in this game.
Yes, Conejo for Costa Rica. Back there to Quesada. Quesada going down open wide, but couldn't make that easy to that bucket there. Back with El Salvador, bringing the ball up. That's number 6. Escalante for El Salvador finds the slippery guy himself. Rivera back for El Salvador, tries to find somebody to pass the butt. Costa Rica playing excellent defense there as he finds Mancia. Mancia tries to shake and big. He goes up and he was fouled there by Costa Rica.
El Salvador taking the lead.
The big man
finally. First lead of this game for Team El Salvador.
Look at this move. Look at this move.
And the mind
Dribble,
of Mencias.
Pivot, head in his face. buckets.
Yeah, that was an obvious foul there by Costa Rica. And the ref, beautiful call there as Mencia goes to take the free throw, which he makes
the old-fashioned way.
and giving them that 2-point lead, which is their first, as you said, for the game. Back to Martinez for Costa Rica, who is trying to go inside but couldn't do anything there. That Shedden
Boom! Costa Rica back up by 1.
I was just about to say, will Costa Rica continue shooting these long bombs now that they're down? And question answered right away.
But it's because El Salvador is collapsing their defense. You know, if they want to try and score inside, Mencias is big enough to create stats,
down, yeah.
but don't collapse. Stay and defend the 3 at all times.
Yeah, we know that Costa Rica won't shy away from the long ball because they've been doing it since the game started.
Yeah, that's their identity.
Kept on doing it. And now we have El Salvador coming back behind the back. Arias couldn't do anything. This is the ball out, but too far for Rivera to get it. So Costa Rica will regain possession with 1 point ahead of El Salvador, which El Salvador led for about 30 seconds in this game or so. As you see, the coach there for El Salvador is still mad at his players because they obviously aren't doing what he told them to do.
Yeah, he is not happy. Not happy right now, though. And he certainly wasn't happy in the huddle.
Costa Rica again with possession of the ball. There we have a substitution. And now into the game we have number 15, number 10, Quesera inbounding the ball, finding Sanchez. Sanchez, the short guy there. In the top of the key we have Quesera, who can shoot the ball, but is shying away. Number 14, Shaden shoots. He just made a three-pointer, but couldn't make the other one. Slippery Sandoval, who hasn't sit down yet for this game, still running the play, still running up and down, finding Rivera at the corner top.
Yeah, Costa Rica definitely playing that Golden State type offense right there. Everyone has the green light, and we see El Salvador trying to force it down low, and unforced turnover right there as Costa Rica comes here with the fast break opportunity and able to convert 2 more points on the board.
And that is what you don't want to do if you're El Salvador, try and get into a track meet. And that's the end of the first half. Costa Rica with a 3-point lead.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Costa Rica bringing back that game. And we're going to go to our commercial break, and we're going to talk about the first half when we get back.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Being away from family doesn't mean being away from home. And the greatest gift we could think of was keeping you connected to the ones you love.
Daddy?
Hey, baby.
Hi, Daddy.
Make sure you send us a lot of videos.
Tons of videos, tons of pictures. I'll see you soon, okay?
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, love you. Look at the horses. Look at the horses. Really wish you were here. Can't wait to be home.
Feet on the beach, legs on the beach, feet on the beach. For true, your friends don't want to see anymore feet on the beach. They want to see this, and this, and this, and rare birds like him, and him, And what's her story? And what is that? How about this? And cats. The internet loves cats. Seriously, what is that? And a beach with more than just feet. Perfect. Come to Belize, my friend. If not for yourself, for your timeline.
Our hands. We use them for this, and so much more. There's no limit to what you can do. These days, everybody wants things unlimited. So say goodbye to limits and use your hands to text away with Smart's Unlimited SMS. You get access to unlimited national and international SMS. So text as much as you want all day, all night. Send. Now that's the unlimited way to text. Smart, bringing people together.
Champion paddler Jerry Raven is passion-driven. A passion he shares with the people who depend on him for adventure. Aidha Adventures. A passion for riding the current. The strength he gets from the power of Honda. 20 minutes from Lemanal Village to Lamanai Archaeological Site. And after a day of fun and sun relaxation, Aidha Adventures. Unique, authentic luxury tours and experiences.
Sign up today. Now available in Benque, coming soon to Corozal.
Acción Deportiva, todos los martes de 8 a 9 p.m. por TNC 10, tu portada deportiva.
While we talk through the highlights or not? Oh, so for
Yes, welcome back to the Civic Center where Costa Rica is in the lead, 32, El Salvador 29. As we saw the highlights there earlier of the teams just running up and down the court, and now we see why Costa Rica is in the lead. We're going to talk more about what happened through the game in terms of the stats of the game for the first half.
Basically what we're seeing is a battle of the predictables. A 32-39 3-point lead for Costa Rica. Both teams shooting identical 33.3% from the field. Both taking 33 field goals and making 11. El Salvador being the one shooting the 2-point field goals more efficiently at 40% to just 30.4% for Costa Rica. And then from downtown, El Salvador is just unwilling and unable to make the 3-point ball, just shooting 12.5%, and Costa Rica shooting 40% from downtown. Both teams shooting identical 75% from the charity strike. Costa Rica has the rebounding edge 27-20. In both categories, defensive and offensive, +2 in defensive and +3 in offensive rebound.
Yeah, so we could see what happened in the first half as both teams are kind of tied up in that sense, but just a little bit push over the edge for the three-pointers, which is why Costa Rica is in the lead. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the guys leading the scores and the guys who have more rebounds and stuff like that. So we're going to take this second commercial break, and when we come back, we'll get you some more details.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
I'm an outdoor girl. And sometimes, I'm an indoor girl. Central TV and internet gives me peace of mind. And that's something I think we all could use a little more of. I need a service that can keep up with my busy lifestyle and is fast enough to keep me moving forward. My life is full of changes, but change is good. I might not know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm blessed to have what I have today. And that's exactly why I keep it central.
As a family, you share family time, playtime, celebration time, anytime. Smart Family Share Plan handles the text, call, and data part. You get a plan for 5 people. Unlimited calls within the group. 1,480 national minutes, 10 gigabytes to share, while each member gets 200 SMS. And the plan admin gets unlimited calls and texts to any smart number. Now you think that's a big bill every month. Well, this is the best part. This plan values at $980, but you get it for only $150. So for $150 a month, you get to share data, text, and calls at an unbelievable low monthly price. The family that shares together stays together. Smart, bringing people together.
Champion paddler Jerry Rabin is passion-driven. A passion he shares with the people who depend on him for adventure. AINHA Adventures. A passion for riding the currents. The strength he gets from the power of Honda. 20 minutes from Lemanal Village to Lamanai Archaeological Site. And after a day of fun and sun relaxation, AINHA Adventures. Unique, authentic luxury tours and experiences.
Feet on the beach, legs on the beach, feet on the beach. True, your friends don't want to see anymore feet on the beach. They want to see this, and this, and this, and rare birds like him, and him. And what's her story? And what is that? How about this? And cats. The internet loves cats. Seriously, what is that? And a beach with more than just feet. Perfect. Come to Belize, my friend. If not for yourself, for your timeline.
Sign up today. Now available in Benke. Coming soon to Corazal.
You can catch Sports Talk every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. with your host, Reynard Garbutt. Only on the national channel. Sports Talk, your #1 sports show.
Yeah, and before the break, we were talking about the different teams and why which team is over on top. So now we're going to go a little bit deeper and talk about individual players to see who contributed more for their team with the stats of guys shooting most and all of that.
We're just about a little under 3 minutes before the start of the second half. And let's quickly look at the player stats for El Salvador in the first half. You have Robert Sandoval leading his team with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, followed by Julio Mancia with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. You know, Julio Mancia has 12 minutes and 24 seconds in playing time. Robert Sandoval has played all 20 minutes for his team.
That's expected because, like we said last night, El Salvador goes as Sandoval goes. They need Sandoval to have a big game for them to have a chance to win.
You know, and looking at the box score, looking at the bench production, they have 0 bench points. You know, they have 4 players coming off the bench and they have 0 points production.
Yeah, so they depend a whole lot on that starting unit right there. And that's why, you know, you had Sandoval playing so much last night and playing so much again tonight.
When you look at Costa Rica, they have Carlos Moya leading the team in minutes. He has 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. And then you have David Solorzano. He has 7 points, and 4 rebounds in 9 minutes and 52 seconds. And then now off the bench, they have, let's see, 18 points off of the bench. 2 players off the bench, both have 7 points. That's Hefney Brown and Isaac Lobo. And you have Amari Santos in 8 minutes and 10 seconds off the bench having 3 points. So definitely we see
a more
deeper
balanced,
bench.
yeah, definitely a more balanced attack for Costa Rica than that of El Salvador, as we were saying.
Yeah, so
no bench points at all for El Salvador. It's very too dependent upon that starting unit and Mr. Sandoval there at the point guard position.
Yes, definitely seeing Costa Rica having a more balanced attack. And that can definitely prove to who will be the fresher team coming down.
You know what the word is to describe that? That's sustainable. A balanced attack like that, when you have offensive contributions from everyone from top to bottom, you can sustain that throughout the whole 40 minutes. But if you only have one person like a Sandoval for El Salvador doing everything for his team, having to play almost 40 out of 40 minutes in the game, that's not sustainable. A defense can hone in on that catalyst of that team right there and shut him down and basically shut down the whole offense for that El Salvador squad if they really make the proper adjustments right there.
And not only that, it also puts emphasis on Coach Jose Santana Cruz, because he's showing that he has no trust in his bench. So that definitely messes with team morale and team chemistry as well. So we saw lapses in terms of on offense where they were falling asleep, not knowing when to pass, when to shoot. So definitely we want to see if he can have a more balanced attack in the second half. It's definitely anybody's ball game.
Yeah.
And
it's still a close game.
It's now the start of the second half.
Yeah, we're back here at the Civic Center where El Salvador inbounded the ball and are down 29-32 with about 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Costa Rica just trotting, taking their time, oozing this lead, but El Salvador defending on their defense to bring this game back as Arias on top of the key gives it to Mancia, who was one of the leading scorers for El Salvador. It was him and the slippery Sandoval for El Salvador.
Yes, the mind of Mancia with his 11 points.
Yeah, I think the best bet for El Salvador is to try to win with their defense, because like you were saying, the offensive output is not really coming for them from top to bottom, so they're gonna have to win this game with their defense right here.
And they're coming out of the gate, El Salvador that is coming out of the gate also being very predictable. But you see excellent passing there, but they're committing to just the inside presence. But when you have beautiful passing like that, you are gonna get some to fall for you inside.
Back
as well.
to back there by Mancia, as he's the guy leading the scores for El Salvador.
Costa Rica doing what Costa Rica does, and that's shoot it from downtown.
Yeah, that's Quesada, and I told you that guy could shoot. I was noticing them when they were warming up, and he was hitting three-pointers all over this court. And now we see that those three-pointers are finally falling down for him. But can El Salvador do what they do best, and that's play defense and just stop these guys from doing what they can actually do best. As we see Sandoval trying to pass the ball down there in the paint, as Arias steps over, shot clock violation, good defense there by Costa Rica.
El Salvador needs to, like we were saying, they need to win with their defense, force turnovers, and try to get points and transition opportunities and try to catch Costa Rica without the defense being set.
Sandoval has only taken 3 3-pointers in this game. He's 1 of 3. I believe he needs to create space, you know, shoot, you know, every other position, try to shoot the 3-point shot so you can create space inside. And I'm sure that he can have a higher success rate.
Yeah, we have Costa Rica there with this smooth move right there with that smooth finger roll.
Yeah, I don't know if the ref got away there, if the ref let him get away with that 3 steps that he took just now.
Well, you know, you can't catch them all. You can't catch them all. It's not like Pokemon, right? I mean.
Arias going strong to the paint, thought he was fouled. The ref said the ball was tipped out by Costa Rica, so instead of getting free throws, he's going to get the ball inbounded with 8 seconds remaining here on the shot clock.
I just think El Salvador just makes up their mind. We're going to try and bulldoze our way inside to our points. They don't go inside and try to kick it back out for wide open jump shots, 3-point shots. You saw Sandoval wide open. They didn't give him that opportunity. It's just that, okay, whoever has the ball, go inside and try to score, and it's just not working.
Because they lack a jump shot pretty much. They struggle a lot in the half-court offense. That's why they need to get in transition and try to catch Costa Rica sleeping on defense.
And that is what we want to see from Sandoval. Take the jump shot.
Yes, Conejo there for Costa Rica, trying to find something to do. Gives it up to Kinnes. That was
too many steps.
George Leftford for Costa Rica. But turnover there, and El Salvador regains possession of the ball, down by only 4 points. Sandoval, can he do something miraculous to give the guys the lead that they so desperately need? It's between him and Mancia, who leading the scorers. Now we have Arias. Arias back to Sandoval, switching and swinging. Beautiful pick there by Mancia to free up his own teammate, but couldn't make the 3. Arias back with the ball, shoots the 3, short. Costa Rica with control of the ball, foul there by number 12, that Arias for El Salvador.
It seems, it's almost like El Salvador are more comfortable in chaos. Like when you're running their sets, it doesn't seem to work as much. They need to, you know, get those offensive rebounds and have the defense all scrambling, and that's where they're most effective apparently.
So you mean playing like street ball? They're more comfortable playing street ball.
A little bit.
I don't think that's the way their coach wants them to play, though, because he was obviously mad.
That's probably why he was mad in that huddle earlier.
Yes, there we have the cap. We have number 10.
So I guess we're going to turn this thing into the longest yard now. Some schoolyard, you know what, right?
Let's just do it.
Yeah, but one thing about playing backyard and on an official court, we have refs who they will call everything, so you can't really do what you want. And then we have Conejo giving it to Quesada, open 3.
Boom!
And I told you,
I
told you, this guy could shoot the 3 ball, so if you leave him open, he's just going to do that all night, and that will put El Salvador in a deeper hole than they could imagine, which then will force them to shoot on ill-advised threes.
Yeah, so it's a 7-point lead now for Costa Rica, coming out of the gate strong here in the third quarter.
Beautiful shimmy there by Mancia, who was fouled by number 15, Captain Anderson Brown for Costa Rica. So Mancia is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws. Yeah, substitution there for El Salvador. Arias coming out, and the number 7, Laud, who played an excellent game last night, controlling the tempo when Sandoval wasn't in the game. So this is going to be interesting to see him and Sandoval in the game at the same time.
Yeah, definitely El Salvador has got to convert when they get these free throw opportunities here, being down by 7, and it could get real bad real quick if they're unable to do so, as we see that Costa Rica, is not shy about the 3 and able to hit from beyond the 3-point line, shooting 40% in the first half.
Yeah, Mancia split those free throws, going 1 for 2, giving the ball in the paint to Conejo. Conejo finding, we have the Captain Brown, shimmies, goes for the hook shot.
Friendly roll.
Got that friendly roll to drop, and now that just bumps their lead up 42-34 for Costa Rica. Mancia again backing down Brown, who kind of just left him to do what he wanted, pull the chair, and Mancia fell down. So Costa Rica, I believe, will gain possession of the ball because the first jump ball went to El Salvador.
Peter, early on in the game when Costa Rica jumped out to that 10-point lead, we saw El Salvador went to this half-court press where they were all up on all the Costa Rican offensive players, all up on the 3-point arc, and were able to force a lot of turnovers. And I was wondering, can they sustain this for the remainder of the game? Because it was working, but that's hard to sustain.
I definitely feel that they can sustain it because Costa Rica is also a predictable team. They're going to shoot the 3 even if they're being defended.
But the thing is, Peter, is that it takes so much energy to play that type of high intensity defense, and you can see now that it's not as high intensity right now for El Salvador. They're just not maybe unwilling to do so, or just not able to do so. Maybe they're taking a little break right now, and maybe going to turn it on a little later on. But Costa Rica is pretty much having their way.
And what Costa Rica is probably realizing now is that fatigue is probably setting in for this El Salvadorian team, and they're starting to pong them inside.
Yeah.
And then when the defense collapses because they have to honor the interior offense, then they're going to push it back out to Quesada and other wide open 3-point shooters.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there by Wilson Barnett for Costa Rica, who just finger rolled that ball around 2 defense there. Laud for the long 3 for El Salvador, couldn't make it. And now we see Conejo asking for the ball, who's trying to go on Avila there for Costa Rica, and Quesada passes the ball to Wilson, who couldn't make that shot.
And that is fatigue.
Just like that.
Fatigue.
Just like that, it's a 12-point lead.
El Salvador is tired. And when you're tired, you start missing those easy rebounds. So they're just sleeping now. They're literally falling asleep at the wheel, and definitely the wheels are coming off of this car for El Salvador.
Yeah, we're gonna see what the Costa Rican coach has to say to his teammate.
Now, Bobby,
let's
when
listen.
you have the ball here, you know that always on Jeff's side.
More and more looking
at Jeff right here, right here. If you can't do anything, push him, let this guy come in, this guy coming, and you push him this way, and this guy come up. All right? No. If you can't, all you got to do is remember, and you're going to move everybody, all right? And now, Jeffney would be right here. The big fella will set him stay here.
I will set a screen.
Okay? And we got to do one reverse so we can block Jeff and Jeff come through.
I got you, big man.
Okay? You got it? Good defense, fellas. Good defense.
Hey, metámosle la picha.
We are Costa Rica 3, 1, 2, 3. Costa Rica.
Yeah, we saw Costa Rica's coach trying to tell them play lower, stop shooting a lot of the 3-ball, and trying to tell them to pick and roll some more. And we'll see how good they listen. But again, Costa Rica is in the lead.
Yeah, but it seems like the 3-point shots have been working. I mean, they are up by 12 right now. So, the coach was a bit calm in his huddle. Like, the 3-point shot me kind of do work, but we could try this leave it, man. Make it easy upon when we could finish this game nice.
And when you have a lead, you can try different things and you can mix it up. But what got them here is the 3-ball.
Yeah.
So, tomorrow, Belize has to be cognizant that they want to shoot the 3, and Garcia is going to have to defend it if they are paint, because now you're seeing that exactly what I was saying in the first half, that they are going to sell the three and then have wide open backdoor passes, backdoor cuts inside for easy buckets.
Yeah, because now they're expecting the three, and the pump fakes are going to be a lot more potent right now if they choose to use them.
Yeah, but we're not seeing a lot of movement there by Sandoval, as Conejo just ran him out with the backdoor cut, and Sandoval not really doing much again defensively and more so offensively, as Conejo sees that he's fatigued and is just running all over the place. As we see, what a beautiful play there by Sandoval, who is trying to regain momentum, goes directly to Conejo but couldn't make the easy layup. Sandoval again, who is trying to build his team back up.
Refuses to quit. There is no quit in Mr. Sandoval and El Salvador.
And that is exactly what El Salvador showed last night, that there is no quit in this team. You know, and definitely there is no quit in their coach either.
Yeah, but it seems that they're a bit tired right now. Maybe the coach needs to go deeper in the bench to get some fresh legs out there.
Exactly. Yeah, this would be the right time, and you see a fast break opportunity there. Yeah, that was a rare one for El Salvador, and there's a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass there by Sandoval to Arias, who made that layup look so easy. But again, the fast break, they just ran the ball, didn't wait for the defense to set up. They just ran quickly and made that look so easy. And now we're going to go to the Salvador's bench to see what the coach has to say. Earlier he was railing up. Let's see what he's saying this time.
Hay que salir a los tiros a la esquina, hablar. Si sale el pivot, el problema, los pivots individual. A no ser que vayan arriba, pero si los pivots, ¿vale? Salimos aquí, ¿de acuerdo? Cerradita. Vamos allá a los tiros. Pero hay que salir a jugar, porque no quiero tiros fácil. No quiero tiros fácil. Siete, ante la duda, balón. Vale, let's go, boy. Ok, chicos. Y en ataque. Ven, cada vez que jugamos algo, sacamos algo de acá. Vamos,
There's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. Vamos, vamos.
Yeah, the coach from Salvador didn't seem to be so antsy again. He was a bit calm, to me even calmer than the coach from Costa Rica. What do you guys think about that?
And that kid is caught digging a hole on national television. You're going to be made a star, son.
Think you found a treasure? Think you found a treasure? Digging for treasure.
Think you did?
Okay.
Back to action. And let's see, we're seeing now more of a 2-3 zone momentarily from El Salvador.
Yeah, Wilson for Costa Rica trying to find somebody. Martinez on top of the key, shoots and make that long two-pointer for Costa Rica, which just bumps their lead up, and they're just running away with the game. As we see El Salvador a bit tired, but not giving up. Sandoval with a three, trying to come back.
Boom! Sandoval for three. And he now has lead. 15 points to go along with 2 assists, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds.
Laoud with the big steal, thought he was fouled, but the ref said, nah, play on. And now we have number 19, that's Ledford for Costa Rica, finding Wilson. Wilson giving it back to Martinez on top of the key. Back there trying to find the big man himself, Brown.
Too many steps. Ball will be in possession of El Salvador, going the other way, as it's just a 9-point lead now for Costa Rica.
And I really feel that El Salvador, that is giving too much respect to Costa Rica's interior offense, and they're just collapsing and leaving Costa Rica wide open outside. And Sandoval, there goes that guy again.
There goes that man.
Slippery Sandoval doing, again, like I said, what he does best. As he's going to carry this team even if he's tired. He's going to do whatever it takes, shoot the three, get the steal, play defense on the biggest guy on the court. He's just going to do it all to get his team over the hump, trying to bring them back from what was a double-digit, was a double-digit lead for El Salvador, as he couldn't make that free throw rebound there by Martinez. finding Conejo, who wasn't very visible. And he finds Anderson there in the paint, gives it back to Martinez.
Good defense there from El Salvador. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
Conejo with a wild pass to
Excellent
Wilson.
defense there from El Salvador. They need, what they did is that they locked off the outside, and they weren't really closing in on the inside. Allow Mancia to go man-to-man against number 15 for that's Hefney Brown.
Yeah, the ball was tipped out there by El Salvador, so Costa Rica get a second chance. And that's the captain himself, Brown, who made that 2 points, adding on to...
I can live with that shot if I'm El Salvador.
That was a wide open jump shot, man.
Yes, I can live with that shot.
I'm very impressed with just the overall jump shooting ability of this Costa Rican team. That can be a bit of a challenge for Team Belize come tomorrow night.
Well, yes, but defensively, if they defend the 3-point shot well, then there's going to be a lot of transition opportunities for Belize. What we need to do, Belize, is that we need to rebound when we defend the 3-point shot, because we weren't able. Do we gotta have our first slammer jammer?
Ball stolen there back.
Kind of set it down.
Yeah,
like
that was shot in for Costa Rica, who stole that ball and made the layup / dunkish look so easy.
He kind of slid it in. He didn't really slam it, like slide it in.
Yeah, foul there on Costa Rica. Number 12, that's Martinez. So El Salvador, Arias going to the strike, could make these 2 baskets and chop the lead down a little bit more before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, try to get it to single digits with 20 seconds left in the third.
But Costa Rica looks calm, cool, and contented. Not really slacking up, but just doing what they can in order to keep the lead.
Yeah, just do what they need to do to maintain this lead and keep El Salvador at arm's length right there.
As we saw in our replay, Costa Rica has absolutely no respect for El Salvador's outside game. They literally had 4 guys inside. That's like the Great Wall of Costa Rica.
Yeah, because that's where all the points from El Salvador is coming from. So they're just going to try to like put a kink in the hose right there and have nothing come through for them.
1 second.
Nah, wouldn't have been good if it gone in either. 54 Costa Rica fought for El Salvador. We're going to go ahead and take our break, and when we come back, we'll give you the final quarter of this game.
I'm an outdoor girl. And sometimes, I'm an indoor girl. Central TV and internet gives me peace of mind. And that's something I think we all could use a little more of. I need a service that can keep up with my busy lifestyle and is fast enough to keep me moving forward. My life is full of changes, but change is good. I might not know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm blessed to have what I have today. And that's exactly why I keep it central.
Yes, and we're back here at the FIBA AmeriCup Central American Pre-Qualifier Cocaba, where we have El Salvador playing Costa Rica. El Salvador played Belize last night, and Costa Rica will be playing Belize tomorrow night. But right now, Costa Rica in a commanding lead, 54-44 against El Salvador.
Yeah, so thinking about what Belize needs to do to beat this great jump shooting team tomorrow night, I think they got to play the passing lanes. They got to force turnovers and try to take away that long jumper from Costa Rica.
Yes, and definitely make them pay. We need to grab rebounds. There were too many second chance opportunities for El Salvador last night, and this is an even bigger, not by much, but a bigger Costa Rican team that definitely has the ability to get second chance buckets.
They're definitely more athletic than El Salvador.
However, against a smaller El Salvador team, they haven't really been able to do it. So maybe offensive rebounding is not really one of their strong suits the way it is for El Salvador. So definitely once we can get in transition off of three-point misses, it should be a long night for Costa Rica if we're able, you know, to defend well.
All in all, it's looking like it's going to be a very exciting game between Costa Rica and the home team, Team Belize, tomorrow night inside the big Civic Center in Belize City.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the quarter. Well, started from the third quarter last night when El Salvador brought the game back, but they actually put the pump on the gas, the foot on the gas last night in the fourth quarter when they brought the lead back from Belize, and let's see if they could do the same thing here tonight against Costa Rica.
This is where they need to try to make their run. They need to make their run right now with a double-digit lead up on them right now with 54-44 scoreline with in favor of Costa Rica.
Yeah, and I think with defense like that, it could happen. It could happen. See, they're forcing the shot clock violation, but now they just got to go to the other end of the court and actually make the baskets and not go in there and coming back empty-handed.
Yeah, so they got the stop. Now they got to convert on the offensive end. So throughout this game, to me, they have had some difficulties in the half-court offense. They've not been able to convert very much during this half-court set right here. They need to get in transition. They need to get in transition to get easy opportunities here.
I just felt El Salvador was more quicker on offense last night. They were running plays, you know, to perfection. And tonight, you know, they just are clueless. You know, they're not really running anything. They're not reading the defense. They're just trying their best to go inside.
Do you think that fatigue, you know, having back-to-back games on back-to-back nights, that has some type of effect on them right there?
Definitely, that can be the case for El Salvador, but you know it's on the coach to make sure that your team doesn't get tired because you have bench players.
Yeah, so a few guys were, you know, maybe a bit overused last night. You know, Sandoval, definitely one of them, playing all of 36 minutes out of the possible 40 last night, and getting some high minutes again tonight again.
Yeah, you know, so some of the guys from El Salvador are just, you know, watching our beautiful parquet floor and not being able to actually play on it, you know. So, you know, I guess that's going to be the memory for them. Yeah, you know, but, you know, the coach need to have trust in his players moving forward in any tournament that they take part in.
Yeah, they got to touch it while warming up, though, so they can't say they came all the way here and didn't touch our court. Sandoval giving it to Laud. Laud there to Arias. Arias over there to El Salvador. Couldn't make
horribly.
Rebound shot blocked there by the black backboard.
Shreds the needle, but unable. The ball ricochets off the rim.
This is where El Salvador needs to score. Should have gone right to the rim right there. Now they pull it back and give Costa Rica a chance to set their defense up.
Yeah, Salvador doing that same play over and over where they'll drive into the paint and try to find their big man who doesn't really get the ball in his hand, haven't really gotten the ball in his hands lately, but they've just been doing that with his Mancia. They've been doing that over and over where they'll just go into the paint, give him the ball, and just hope he scores.
Yeah, thus far, no baskets in the fourth quarter thus far. 54-44, still the score line.
Yeah.
Costa Rica brings the ball across the timeline here.
Sanchez.
I'm watching this game and I'm trying to figure out if there has even been like one attempt of the basic pick and roll offense. I haven't seen any pick and roll from the team. Just more penetrate, kick back out.
Yeah, drive and kick, swing it, change the wing. That's what's happening out here.
Yeah, foul on the floor there against Arias for El Salvador, with Anderson trying to go hard into the paint with a beautiful pass by Shadden. And now we see Mancia coming out of the game and enter into the game for the first. No, we have the captain, Rivas, who Garcia, who entered the game just now, and Martinez for Costa Rica will inbound the ball from the side. And Costa Rica having a commanding lead since the quarter began by 10 points.
Definitely, Sandoval has played all 32 minutes and 43 seconds for this
Another
El
steal
Salvadorian
for
team,
Sandoval,
as well as Carlos Serrano. Definitely overusing two of his players.
Yeah, Sandoval wanted to fall just now, did not get it though. As Costa Rica is in on the offensive end here. And another turnover forced by El Salvador.
If you don't remember anything, you're going to remember Sandoval from El Salvador, because he was everywhere over this weekend.
As he is fouled there. Or is that a foul on the screener?
Yeah, we see the ref trying to figure out what foul was first, if the offensive foul came before the other ref called the defensive foul. See, changes it to an offensive foul, so foul against El Salvador. Costa Rica regains possession, which still nobody scored yet in the fourth quarter, so still 54-44, Costa Rica commanding lead, not trying to do anything too much, but just close out this game the way they wanted it to be.
Peter, not too long ago you were saying something about the defense of both teams, and there could be a possible stalemate in a 0-0 situation. And that seems to be what's exactly happening right now in the fourth quarter. No points as yet scored.
Yeah, as I said, both teams are predictable.
As the Costa Rican team misses that three-point attempt, and El Salvador comes here, crossing the timeline, number 7, backs him down.
Yeah, that's Laud. Laud for El Salvador finds Arias. Arias finds Rivera. Now down in the paint, El Salvador back to Laud. Rivera, and they're just swinging the ball around the court, trying to wait for the open man. Gets that backcourt violation. His foot just went over the line, over and back. Yeah. Costa Rica, again, good defense. They don't really have to score, but that was a good defense, and now they regain possession of the ball with 6 minutes, 15 seconds in the fourth quarter.
Well, they certainly don't have to score if El Salvador is unable to score. And thus far, no one able to score in the fourth quarter here. Almost 4 minutes gone by thus far.
The battle of the predictables. And I just feel that Belize has the ability to be unpredictable because we have the inside presence, and Garcia has to play well for us to win tomorrow. There is no doubt about it. Once he can establish interior dominance, and I feel like he can win that battle against Brown tomorrow, then you can start to push the ball out and get cutters like Clancy Lopez and Darren Carter and those guys cutting it inside for easy and backdoor lanes. I just feel that Belize has a lot more in their arsenal in terms of this team that they've put together.
Different ways to score, different ways to hurt you, and you have different options on offense from top to bottom.
Yeah, that was a smart play there by Sandoval, as we see him pump fake, saw the defense committing Wilson, and he just drew that foul. So if the ref called a shooting foul, that should actually be
3.
Yeah, I think his foot was over the line, so it's going to be 2 free throws, which we see the ref did call a shooting free throw. And Sandoval, IQ saw how he knows what to do and when to do it.
Able to draw the foul.
Right, knowing that he can't do much. Shot clock was winding down, so he was going to hoist up a Hail Mary anyway. And Wilson committed early, and he just went in, dove in, and now he's going to get to shoot 2 free throws. But before that call, we see the ref going to the video monitor to really clarify what call is to be made. And again, technology, man, got us where we are right now, and that's a good thing, so the ref could call honestly and not really saying he's biased against one team.
But we have to commend these referees here tonight. These referees are decisive, and they are definitely the authority figure. There's definitely respect by these teams. We saw respect from our Belize team towards the referees, and our referees here in Belize need to take heed. I do believe all referees should be in this building watching how these games are being played, and we have the potential to do these things, but we have to be decisive early and often in making calls, and the players are going to respect the call at the end of the day. But if you take too much time then players are start to doubt your judgment, and then you're going to have people always blaming refs. No one is blaming refs here tonight, and no one was blaming refs last night. You know, players are, you know.
Yeah, only shooting 2 as his foot was over the line on that.
Yeah, it was clearly seen there in the replay. So again, the ref got that call right, the same way they got the call right last night. And now we see unsportsmanship-like foul there on Correas for El Salvador. So believe that Costa Rica will be shooting 2 free throws and will get the ball back because of that foul that was off the ball, which was, I'll say, a silly foul for El Salvador because they don't need any other points to go against them. And now they'll get 2 points against them and the ball back.
Yeah, that was definitely a frustration foul right there by El Salvador.
You know, it's only a 9-point game, but definitely the offense is going at a snail's pace for both teams.
A glacial pace even.
Yeah. As Quesera couldn't make that first free throw for his team.
You know, he's Queseno on the first one.
Queseno.
Quesesi.
And he is good on the second, and the lead is back up to 10, 55-45. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Costa Rica in possession of the rock.
We know Belize playing tomorrow will need the support of our Belizean community, which we want to thank the fans for coming out here tonight. You guys look so awesome. You look beautiful coming out here. Although Belize isn't playing, we just hope that tomorrow when Belize play, we could get some more support for the Belizean team so that they could get that extra energy and feed off the crowd. This place being all pumped up and hyped up. Don't worry, it's going to be cool, and you won't have to worry about sweating as Costa Rica again goes into the paint, but a beautiful block there by Arias. Laud for El Salvador, stolen right back by Martinez, who was just right behind the play, saw that pass coming, and knew that he was going to get to it before any of the Salvadorian players.
Definitely, we have to call out our Belizean fans. 1,500 fans in this building is unacceptable. We want to see a jam-packed crowd tomorrow night. You know, we always complain about not having facilities. You know, the facility is here, and you need to support. You know, if we're going to be putting teams out not only at home but abroad, you know, these things cost money, and we need your support. Show up tomorrow for this big game.
I definitely think that the fans will definitely come out in full force tomorrow against Costa Rica. You know, a lot of people were thinking which one of the Belize games they wanted to go see, the Costa Rica game or the El Salvador game, and you know, most people thought that the biggest game was going to be the game against Costa Rica right there. So I think it's going to be definitely a bigger crowd tomorrow night as Belize takes on Costa Rica.
Yes, you know, we have international artists coming to Belize all the time, and we have jam-packed crowds. Support your local boys.
Beautiful play there by Conejo, the jumping rabbit guy, who couldn't make that too, as almost shot clock violation almost happened, but the ball touched the rim, so it didn't happen. Laud for El Salvador, now bringing the ball down as...
You know, for the first time in the last play, we saw a good ball movement from El Salvador. They got a wide three, but Laud was unable to shoot. Sandoval with a spin move, kicks it out. And they're just short.
Still no field goals thus far.
Sandoval again with another offensive rebound.
As I spoke.
But the reason why you keep shooting it if you're El Salvador is because it opens up lanes inside.
Exactly.
So you have to make them think about something else. And Quesera taking it inside.
From Conejo to Quesera, who made that layup look flawless, as his technique was awesome. And now we have a timeout there by El Salvador with them just down. Yeah, Costa Rica with 55 points. El Salvador with only 47 points. 3 minutes, 1 second remaining in the fourth quarter, as we're going to go to the bench of the team of Costa Rica to see what the coach has to say to his boys.
Yeah, scoreboard 57-47 from the scoreboard.
You know, basically, what the coach was saying is that 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. He was saying he had all 5 players. You know, I saw all 5 spots around the three-point line saying we're going to shoot the 3 no matter what. You know, so not seeing a lot of creativity, but just, I guess, to penetrate and kick back out and swing it around the three-point line and hope that those three-point shots drop.
Well, the three-point shot has been kind to them all of tonight right here, and they have a 10-point lead late in the fourth quarter right here with just 2 minutes 30+ seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, Martinez there passes the ball over to Conejo. Martinez with a long 3.
Boom!
And another one you just added to the list.
Is the coach a genius? Is the coach a genius?
The coach is in love with the 3.
Yeah,
he takes her to prom, to date, to dinner, to breakfast, everywhere.
Yeah, he knows that his boys could do it. As we saw Arias trying to answer back with another 3, but couldn't do it. But Martinez and all his boys on Costa Rica just staying outside the line, outside the key there, and just shooting the 3 ball because they could do it. And again, Martinez open for another 3.
Boom!
All day to think about it. He got his feet set and everything got squared up, and it would just follow through. 3 points on the board right there, 63-47.
But we are seeing more organization. You know, they are scheming guys open now in terms of drawing up plays. It's not just the basic penetrate and kick back out. Those are easy to cut off those passing lanes. But if you have ball movement, you're going to scheme guys open, and in back-to-back plays, that's what you saw with Costa Rica getting wide open shots.
Yeah, late in the game right now, maybe fatigue is a factor right here. Possibly fatigue is a factor, but we're going to take a look at the
yeah, we're going to go to the Salvador's bench to see how he could answer back to those open three-pointers.
Abierto, cuando rotemos el balón, acabamos en el bloqueo directo, si no está el 4 aquí, el 5 se va a bloquear. ¿Vale? ¿Ok? Y cambiamos en individual. ¿De acuerdo?
Surprisingly, El Salvador's coach wasn't as hyped as he was before. I don't know if he has already swallowed defeat and just going to tell his boys to sit back and relax. I don't think that's moral
victories right now.
I don't think that's what the coach is doing, but he didn't look as mad as he was before.
Like, we came, we tried, didn't work out. Let's try to just finish the game strong. Let's go.
Yeah, 63 for Costa Rica, 47 El Salvador with only a minute 58 remaining in the final quarter of the FIBA AmeriCup Central America Pre-Qualifiers. Remember, tomorrow night, Belize is going to be playing Costa Rica right here. Game starts at 9 p.m. sharp, so get here
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. This is tip-off time for that game with Belize and Costa Rica tomorrow night.
Go to Mass, eat at 7 o'clock in the morning, or at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Arroz con pollo?
For us, it's going to be rice and beans. Arroz y frijoles.
Yes, Conejo there on the fast break, make with an easy layup. Foul there on number 1. That's Ripoll for Costa Rica. As Sandoval slipping around him. He couldn't keep up with Sandoval, so he just had to foul him. And Sandoval getting that foul. El Salvador inbounding the ball in minute 38 in the fourth quarter.
And we're seeing Costa Rica not letting up at all. They still have a lot of their starters. Sandoval for 3. Missing there, and it's ball back to Costa Rica, and we are now inside 90 seconds
as Costa Rica enjoys an 18-point lead.
Another one there for Captain Brown for Costa Rica, who's just expanding this lead all the more. 67-47. El Salvador down by 10 points. As Arias in control of the ball on top of the key finds Sandoval. Sandoval going in down strong. That's number 34, Alas Vargas. Back to Sandoval. Sees an opening, goes straight. But Alas tries to shoot up from on top of the key. Sandoval with the offensive rebound. Still couldn't make anything.
Second chance opportunities.
And another one. Finally, the ref sees something and he calls a foul as that foul was called on Que Sera for Costa Rica, as Alas, I believe, is going to go to the strike and shoot 2 free throws for his team, El Salvador.
Yeah, and Costa Rica enjoying a 20-point lead here with 46 seconds remaining in the game.
And what Belize has to do tomorrow is that they have to realize that this thing is going to be a 40-minute fight, or probably even more. It could even go into overtime as well. They cannot let up. They cannot take their foot off the gas. You know, Belize took their foot off the gas when they got out to that 10-point lead early in the second half. You know,
Belize came out to a very slow start last night.
Can
they afford such a slow start against this Costa Rican team tomorrow?
No, cannot.
They can ill afford to have a slow start against Costa Rica tomorrow night, because this team can shoot the rock from all corners, and it's from top to bottom where the offensive contributions are coming from here.
Belize needs to lock off the three-point shot and force Hefney Brown, who's still in the game, or Hefney Anderson actually, who's in the game, force him to a beater. So that is why I keep putting the onus on Garcia, because if Garcia can hold him in a man-to-man set, then that affords Belize to lock off the perimeter shots. And of course, you want Costa Rica to take shots. And of course, if you're defending and they miss, then you're going to have a lot of transition buckets. So the fast break can be what wins the game for Belize tomorrow night, you know, off of three-point misses from Costa Rica. But easier said than done.
Yes. It looks good on paper, but to actually apply that on the court is a lot of work. It's very difficult right there. Team Belize has to play the passing lane, try to force turnovers, and contest every jump shooter's jump shot right there.
Yeah, there we saw a frustration fall by Sandoval, who knew he couldn't get back on defense. So he just did what he could have done, as Arias strikes up that three and couldn't make it, as we just see defeat in the faces of the guys from El Salvador.
But they're still playing, though.
Yeah, they're still playing, but they're not trying to play to win anymore. They're just doing it because, you know, they have to do it. You know, but they're not trying to up the ante anymore.
Yeah, well, down by 20 with just over 20 seconds remaining. Not much you can do about that.
Kinda impossible to come back.
Kinda.
Que Sera with the pass. Finger roll. That's a finger no.
Nice finger roll there by Sanchez, who couldn't make that that layup over in the corner, trying to find Sandoval on top of the key. A steal there by Costa Rica. Again, they're just going to dribble it out. And that's it. 69-49. Costa Rica in the lead for the FIBA AmeriCup Central American Pre-Qualifiers. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap this game up and talk about the highlights and the stats from this game. See you guys when we get back.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
I'm an outdoor girl. And sometimes, I'm an indoor girl. Central TV and internet gives me peace of mind. And that's something I think we all could use a little more of. I need a service that can keep up with my busy lifestyle and is fast enough to keep me moving forward. My life is full of changes, but change is good. I might not know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm blessed to have what I have today. And that's exactly why I keep it central.
As a family, you share family time, playtime, celebration time, anytime. Smart Family Share Plan handles the text, call, and data part. You get a plan for 5 people. Unlimited calls within the group. 1,480 national minutes, 10 gigabytes to share, while each member gets 200 SMS. And the plan admin gets unlimited calls and texts to any smart number. Now you think that's a big bill every month. Well, this is the best part. This plan values at $980, but you get it for only $150. So for $150 a month, you get to share data, text, and calls at an unbelievable low monthly price. The family that shares together stays together. Smart, bringing people together.
Champion paddler Jerry Raven is passion-driven. A passion he shares with the people who depend on him for adventure. AINHA Adventures. A passion for riding the currents. The strength he gets from the power of Honda. 20 minutes from Lemonal Village to Lamanai Archaeological Site. And after a day of fun and sun relaxation, AINHA Adventures. Unique, authentic luxury tours and experiences.
Feet on the beach, legs on the beach, feet on the beach. True, your friends don't want to see any more feet on the beach. They want to see this, and this, and this, and rare birds like him, and him. And what's her story? And what is that? How about this? And cats. The internet loves cats. Seriously, what is that? And a beach with more than just feet. Perfect. Come to Belize, my friend. If not for yourself, for your timeline.
Sign up today. Now available in Benke. Coming soon to Corazal.
You can catch Sports Talk every Wednesday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. with your host, Reynard Garbutt. Only on the national channel. Sports Talk, your #1 sports show.
Yes, and we're back here live at the Civic Center, where the game between Costa Rica and El Salvador just elapsed, where Costa Rica won that game 69 against El Salvador, who took a loss to the Belize team last night as well. And what are some of the stats from this game, Peter, the boot man?
So I will just quickly go into the player stats. Robert Sandoval, played all 40 minutes. He finishes the game with 22 points, 8 rebounds, just 2 assists. And then second in scoring is Carlos Arias in 39 minutes and 16 seconds. He played all but about 34 seconds or 44 seconds, that is. He finishes the game with 7 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. And in the second half, they ended up having bench production from Julio Mancia with 14 points in 26 minutes. When we look over to Costa Rica, Carlos Quesada gets 14 points, 5 of 13 shooting, 38.5%. And he shot 50% from downtown, very efficient, 3 of 6 to go along with 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers. Off the bench, you had Isaac Conejo with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. So definitely, looking forward for Belize, they need to stop the ball movement from Conejo and then make sure that they cut off those passing lanes that where they're going to try and get these 3-point shots. Very, very predictable offense from Costa Rica, and I feel that we have the athleticism to definitely, close out those lanes, create turnovers, and get back on defense. So definitely I see it as a favorable matchup. Not sure how close the game is going to be. It's either going to be Belize fails to execute and, gets blown out, or they execute and blows out Costa Rica. We could definitely be seeing another 20-point victory for either side tomorrow night.
Yeah, I definitely feel that, the biggest challenge for Team Belize is the fact that they've been together for such a short space of time. I mean, the team has only been together, 2 weeks to a month or so, and we definitely saw that they had some chemistry issues early on in the game last night, but they kind of got it together around the second and third quarter, and maybe had a little lapse in the fourth quarter, but got it back enough to get the W. And I think that they had a lot of growing pains that they went through last night, and they definitely got better, and they're gonna be a better showing for them, a little quicker start for them when it comes tomorrow night against Costa Rica.
All right. And definitely to just quickly close, Belize has to limit second chance opportunities from Costa Rica. That is what got them in, after a slow start tomorrow. If they take away those second chance opportunities from Costa Rica, it's definitely going to be a long night for Costa Rica, and they're going to run up the floor and score. So I guess that's my closing shots for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you guys know Belize is going to be playing Costa Rica right here at the Civic Center starting at 7 p.m. sharp. So just get your tickets, get out here, guys. The arena is going to be jam-packed, believe you me. Belize won that first game, so just expect a big win tomorrow night from the Belize team. But in order to do that, we're going to need your support. So we're going to see you guys here tomorrow at the Civic live in Belize City. For now, we're going to say good night and goodbye.